All right. What is good, guys? All right. How was your weekend? I hope you took sufficient time to look at the market and to do past, reviews on your past work. The work that you did for last week. Okay, because it is really very, very important for you to consider your losses and your profits, for you to do general review on it so that you can know your strength and your weaknesses. So you'll be able to build more on your weakness. To get to know what you're doing wrong and to build up yourself there. Then also on your strength so that you'll be able to bring them together and you leverage on that to get better. Right. So this is very, very, very important. Right, before we start today's class, I will want to implore and also to plead with you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It is very, very important, right, for us to have you as a subscriber. Then also you should know that we have a Telegram channel where we post our past charts and also flashcards. So also we have an Instagram page that I would like you to also follow us in there, because we post some other materials in there also that will be very, very, very beneficial to you if you can do that. All right, thank you. So this week, all right, we are going to see what will happen. Now, based on my analysis last week, I was really anticipating, all right, that this particular zone would be taken out. Now, just like what I said, now this is a weekly time frame of DXY. Just as our culture, we always analyze DXY. Now, if you really see this area, right, there was an SOB sitting around this area, right? We have an SOB sitting down there, right? Let me try to mark it. This is another block sitting down here. Then we have price rejecting on that zone. Oh, well, basically, right, what I'm really expecting on this price now, we can really see a push down, just like what we've actually seen, and based on my analysis, that is what I also suggested. But much more, what I was looking out for is that this particular high, the high of this other block will be taken out, then price should come into this particular block here, get rejected before we can see a major drop, before this price will go up again. Now, basically, the structure of this particular price is bearish, right? Market structure is really bearish on the weekly time frame. Now, if you see the daily time frame, right, the same thing. We are not seeing the major place we are always seeing bullish structure will be this area, right? We have higher high here, we have higher low, we have higher high, we have higher low, we have another higher high. So we see price coming back to retest this area. Now, this is much of the reason, this is more of the reason why I was expecting this particular zone to be taken out. This particular high, I really want it to be taken out, then price should come back to take out, to reject on this block. I will really, really, really be happy if I can see that. So this week, what are we really looking at? Because this is daily time frame. What are we really expecting? And we see how price was really accumulating here. So I'm expecting it to really push up and take out this liquidity before we can decide what next will happen on this pair. Now, we have this particular price action sitting on the daily time frame OB. As you can see it, we have it sitting on the daily time frame OB. Now let's go down to the 4-hour time frame and just see what is it likely, the best thing we can expect from price this week. Right, we can see that price is sitting on that zone again, right? We have it when price reject there, we have a very strong bullish movement, and before that, price has already taken out all this liquidity. Then not only that, price has really been accumulating around this area. Now, major thing that we can see, if price will really continue down, then we might likely see price push up to this OB, right, to this OB here, because it really have a gap, right, which is actually an MVG. So this is what we call our SOB. Now, it's a very strong one because there is a gap in between it, which is an FVG, right? And price is really rejecting of this zone. And when we go to 1-hour time frame, we see our price took out this liquidity, price break market structure. Then major thing that I might really be expecting on this price is that price might come back to take out this liquidity before it will run up again. So majorly, I'm really expecting price to really push up, because on the daily time frame, I'm expecting this particular zone to be, this liquidity to be taken out. And much more, is that on the daily time frame, we have price going up in a bullish structure. So much likely, if this particular OB that I mark out, if this rejection zone that I have marked here can be taken out, then majorly this FVG might actually serve as a rejection zone that will push price up. And basically what you've seen on the 4-hour time frame, we see that price has not really given us that direction that is really bearish, though we have it, or this mini structure forming around this area, and price took out this liquidity forming around this area. I mean, this particular block that we've marked. So basically, just like what I've just shown you on the 1-hour time frame, is either price will come back to reject on this block, or price will come back to reject on this block here, or price will just take out this liquidity and just be up, right? So majorly that is what I will be expecting. So I will be expecting a bullish, right, a bullish dollar. So basically, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. If at all price would not get to this zone, right, this is a zone, a major zone I might really be expecting maybe a mini sell from, right? So if price we find his way up to this area, right, I might really be expecting a sell from there, push it down, then take out liquidity before we will be expecting price to give us what now? Before we'll be expecting price to give us that bullish run that we'll be expecting. So majorly just expect this, right? We might likely see these happening this week, or right, or just like what I said, price will just give us that low that we are expecting on the 1-hour time frame, right? Reject on this block or take out this liquidity, then push up. So perhaps price get here and is getting rejection. Maybe we can just cut some little 1-to-10 risk reward ratio in there, 1-to-20, before price will continue in that direction. So majorly, you've already seen my perspective and my bias on dollar index. Now, if you go to the weekly time frame of EURUSD, weekly time frame of EURUSD, we can see it majorly just like the same pattern that we have on DXY. This is also the same thing that is forming here, right? Now, because of this, now majorly when price creates something like this on the weekly time frame, this is also bullish, just like on the on DXY. This is bearish on DXY. But what I was expecting is that I want this particular liquidity to be taken, then price should reject on this before giving us a sell, a continuation of that sell. Majorly, the ultimate bias of this should really be a sell. And on the daily time frame, if you really see it on the mini structure that, I mean, the structure that the daily time frame is giving to us is giving us a bullish a bullish structure, right? Then while on the 4-hour time frame, we have it rejecting of this, and we have that bullish run from there. So if 1-hour time frame will come and take out this liquidity, then we might really be expecting a push up into this zone. Then if not, we will just be expecting a bearish move that will just continue the bias of the weekly time frame. So perhaps if price gets this SOB now, basically on what we've seen on the 4-hour time frame, then I will be expecting that sell, which will really be in line with what I've seen on the weekly time frame, which is a bearish move. Then the same thing will happen on dollar index, I mean on EURUSD. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you will see that when price gets to this zone, price was really accumulating. So this is really a sign that this pair, it is bullish on the weekly time frame. Then 4-hour time frame is also showing that bullishness, right? 4-hour time frame is showing that bullishness, but daily time frame is showing the bearish move. So which one are we really going to follow on? Is just basic I mean, a simple thing that we should really follow, just like what I always say. I'm a day trader and also swing trader. And my swing trade is always between a week, right? I open a trade maybe on a Monday or in a Tuesday, then or on Thursday or Friday, I will surely close that trade. So basically, if what I'm saying now will actually go in another position, then I know I have another room. I mean, I have another preparation against that, because I will be seeing the chart in an holistic view for me to know, okay, if this don't play out, then this is another likelihood that this price might really turn away from. So I'm not really fixated at what price will really what I'm really thinking, but I will majorly be following what price action we see, and for me to really follow that. Now, based on the price action, the weekly time frame on this is really very bullish, as it is sitting on another block. It is sitting on another block. Now, if you now see the 4-hour time frame, we have it majorly, right? It has broken structure here. It has broken structure. Then at the same time, we have price spiking down into that weekly OB. So majorly, where are we expecting this price to really pull back to? Now, I will really suggest that this particular zone can be what can really hold price, right? What might likely hold price there. Now we have about 4 8 pattern forming. You have 1 2 3 4 around this area before price now push up. So majorly price already broke market structure, so we can just expect it to pull back into this zone, majorly this zone. But I believe in liquidity grab. So majorly, if price will come and give us something around this area, create a low, pull up, then pull back down to take out this liquidity, reject off there and push up, then that would be very, very fantastic. And that would be very, very sweet for me to see. Now, let's quickly go to the daily time frame. Let's see daily time frame, what daily time frame is saying. Now, the daily time frame already also gave us all that accumulation into this phase before this bullish run, and it was already broken structure in here. So we can expect that pullback, and majorly this is going to be a sell for us, right? And that sell will be a sell to buy, a sell to buy. And how will this work? Now, this is already a simple market structure on the 4-hour time, on the 1-hour time frame. Then let's see 4-hour time frame if this is really rejecting on any block. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a rejecting on this block. Then majorly we couldn't really take a trade. So when price is coming, why I'm going to take a sell in here will be price to form a high, drop down from the liquidity zone, come back to take out the liquidity zone and drop. That is if price will not come back to take out this liquidity zone, then I will be expecting another liquidity zone before I'm going to take a sell to buy. Now, this is also still in line with the DXY, just like the analysis I've made, but in another way that I have to really look at the price, the price action in 2 ways, so that if this should not happen, then this is really what I want to do. So let's go to USDCHF. USDCHF also will follow what we have really been talking about. As you can see, let me try to clean this. This is what the price is telling us on DXY. On USDCHF on the weekly time frame, price gave us a positive move here, break market structure. Then what can we see? It is sitting on another block now, the weekly order block. Then we have another one that price is now retracing back into it. So we can rest assured that this is already a simple market structure from here, because it has an impulsive move and it break this market structure. This market structure is there to be confirmed. Now, when price retraces back into this, we have this bullish run up. Then price is now retracing back. Is price going to come back to take out this liquidity, or we just come back to reject on this block? We don't know yet, but let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we have just the same thing, right? Price was also accumulating. Now, this is what we call divergence. Now, the same pattern that the dollar index, that EURUSD was forming on the 4-hour time frame, right? It's what USDCHF is now forming on the daily time frame, and that is why you really need to open your mind for you to know what you're really expecting. What the price is going to really present to you, and not what you actually have in it as an expectation. So this will really make you to be flexible and for you to follow price action, because it is not your dad that actually owns the market. It's not my dad, right? Neither is it anybody. So we just need to play alongside of what is really happening. Pattern, if you see it, we trade alongside, even though we already know what might really happen, but at the same time, you can really be deceived. So because of that, you need to really stick to the rule of following the hands of the liquidity providers. I hope you are getting me. Now, price is now giving us a bullish structure that's actually going to call that a mini one at that. Then we have an NOB around this area. So let's see, will price really get here? This is the daily time frame. So we will get to the 4-hour time frame. This is a daily time frame. Look at that spike, right? This was not really painted in my own broker like this. There was nothing like that in my broker. So look at what is happening. Price, this is 4-hour time frame. Price did not really come back to this rejection zone, which we eventually, this liquidity, this was not in my chart. I don't know why this is TradingView is bringing this. Maybe because of the broker forex.com. I don't know. Right. Price was dropping. That is really what I have in my own broker, because this, what happened here was just a movement that happened in the last hour of trading section. Anybody that is just holding trade from beginning of the week, right, would have actually be screwed out with this particular movement. Anyway, what are we really looking at now? This week is really very deceptive. It's not like that in my broker, so I don't really know what I'm going to say. Maybe during the course of the week, I might have to use my MT4 to really do that. Now you can see this is not there. So basically, we might just expect price to pull back into the zone before we can actually be a buyer. So it's still in line with what we've actually talked about on this particular trade, because we are looking for an opportunity to buy, right, which is on this zone. So the same thing on USDCHF, right? We still have a very long distance for us to see this price pulling back into there. So which might really be a sell, the continuation of that sell. So let's see what this week will really give to us. So on GBPUSD, this is a weekly time frame, right? This is the daily time frame. Now let's see weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, we have it breaking the structure, and price is retracing up. Now on the daily time frame, what do we have here? What do we have here now? Price is taking out this liquidity. This is just the reverse of what it's saying. That shows DXY is really suggesting to us that we should buy, right? Then also USDCHF is also suggesting to us that we should buy. GBPUSD is presenting a sell, while EURUSD is presenting a buy. But majorly, we can see trade both ways to really get something out of the market. Now, this is a rejection zone that this price is rejecting on. It has taken out liquidity, just like you can actually have that here, right? We can have that here, that liquidity that it has taken. I hope you can see that. Let me try to change the color to yellow. It has taken out that liquidity. Now, on the 1 hour, let's see 1 hour time frame, if at all we're going to get something good. Now, I can't really get my own idea in this area, but nevertheless, we can just expect what price will really do. But I prefer liquidity grab to happen on 1 hour time frame. Maybe price will just still come back and take out this high. So price can just move up, take out this high before we see that push down on these notes, right? Before we see that push down on that note. So as you can see this, now let's go to the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame, right? We have this weekly high that can still be rated. Now, not only that, now let's go to the weekly time frame. What is the weekly time frame? The weekly time frame is very much bullish. It is not bearish yet. Now, if weekly time frame is still bullish and daily time frame is saying it's bearish, then 4 hour time frame is also suggesting bullish. Now, how did I know? Because price has broken structure, then we have it rejecting on this other block. Now, majorly, I might really want to see if this selling here will not really happen, just like the markings I've marked, then I want this price action to retrace down to this area to take out liquidity. Then before I will be looking for a buying opportunity following the weekly trade, right? Following the weekly trade, and the daily, as the case may be, maybe it will be the one to push the price down to where I'm actually looking for to buy, because this buy was really formed, is what I really got on the daily, on the 4 hour time frame. So I want this liquidity grab to happen, then price should come back to this zone for me to be a buyer. So the next pair will be CADJPY, and as you can see, for CADJPY, this is a weekly time frame. It is also very bullish. Now on the daily time frame, we have it bearish, but at least we know that the bullish time frame, the daily time frame, or what am I talking about? The weekly time frame is bullish. So from this area, let me try to pick that again. Right, from this area to this area, this is forming an equal low. So we might likely see something that will push price to come and take out this liquidity. That's on the daily time frame. But anyway, we have price rejecting on this OB. So the OB that we have this kind of OB. Majorly, maybe I'm going to use this particular LC. Yeah, this last candle here. I might have to use this. But let me see what 4 hour time frame will say. what 4-hour time frame we say. Now we have price actually moving in a squeezed manner. I have to refine this into this area. Then let's see 1-hour time frame. All right, 1-hour time frame, price took out liquidity, but majorly, just like what I told you, I love seeing liquidity happen. Maybe I might really have to see a liquidity grab on this notes. Oh, liquidity grab. Right, I might have to see liquidity grab happen here. Maybe price will come back, take out this liquidity, then push down. Now it's to the end, just like what we've presented on the 4-hour time frame, is to the end on the daily time frames, to the end that price will really come to take out these equal lows. Equal lows here will actually be a major zone for us to see. And at the same time, price was really compressing when it was retracing up. So majorly, that is why I was looking at what I'm looking at here. I'm just looking for an opportunity that I'm going to use to sell this pair. Then on the 4-hour time frame, we also have price also moving in this manner. So this might actually make sense for us to really trade this pair in that manner. All right. So the next one will be EURJPY. I believe I'm spending much time here, but it's just for me to really have a very clear presentation on this note. Now, this is also showing bullish on the daily time frame. Daily time frame is showing bearish anyway, but what we might likely see, this is an order block here, right? And the price has already rejected on that other block. Price already rejected that block, other block, but it is compressing. So this implies that price might still come back to take out this low, and because of that, this is still daily time frame, just like what we have on CADJPY. Because of that, now we have a rejection zone here. This is 4-hour time frame. Let me see if I can make use of other time frame. Oh, it's still daily. All right, I use 3 hours. Right, 3 hours. No, it will actually be 4-hour, better still. So based on this, just like the liquidity graph we are expecting, yeah, we have an FVG before a breakout. So this might mean that, okay, let me just use 2 zones instead of using just 1 zone for you. So we're going to have another one here. Right, which is really an FVG for us to work with. See, I just want to get the perfect zone that this will be. Right, so looking at that area, this particular FVG, so on the 1-hour time frame too, we can just expect maybe just like what we are expecting on the dollar, on the CADJPY, to take out this liquidity. Then from there, then we are going to have a trade playing out for us, right? Take out this liquidity, then drop from there. So maybe that will now cause us to come to this daily time frame to take out this liquidity before price will continue to be bullish. But you should know that price is really very, very bullish. So we should really be looking for opportunities. If weekly is bullish, then maybe if 4-hour now give us an opportunity to buy, then that is good. But there is nothing like opportunities to buy here because we don't really have a clear order block. So the next pair we're going to talk about today will be gold. Now, what are we looking for on gold? What are we looking for on gold? Now, on the 4-hour, this is what we have on the 4-hour, on the weekly time frame. All right, we see that price is really just compressing up. Daily time frame. Daily time frame also, this has already formed an equal high here. This already formed an equal high for us in here. So price might just really push up to take out this high before it will continue to go up or down, but you're going to know later on. Now on the 4-hour time frame, you can actually see this here. So what can we really expect? Now we'll just look for an avenue for us to buy this pair, maybe majorly this area or this particular block. Price retrace back into it, then continue to go up to take out this high. Then this will now be in line with the weekly time frame because price was only spiking here and it was not really bearish. And so by price giving another pattern that we have seen on the 4-hour time frame, just retracing back into any of this block, either this particular block here, this one, can you see my cursor? This one or this one here, then price will use that to really push up. So that's what I can see. So lastly, we're going to look at USD30, right? For USD30, what can we really see now on the weekly time frame? We know this pair is bullish. Daily time frame, right? We have it bullish, right? Though price has already taken out this liquidity here. So we can expect a short sell from this. But I'm just still very, very much bearish on this pair. Price is really accumulating in this area. So we just look for a venue for us to buy this pair, a venue for us to buy, a venue for us to buy. So majorly this is an equal low, and this is another block. So if this block will not work out, let me try to mark it. First block will not work out, then we can expect this other one here. So price will pull back to it, and price will just continue to go the way high and high. So guys, this is what I have for you this week. I believe I've already spent much time to analyze this, but you can, you get all my points and really understand everything I've really been talking about. So guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget we also have a Telegram channel where we post our content, and also follow us on Instagram. So until next time, have a good trading week and God bless you. Bye-bye.